welcome back to another brand new episode of That Dumb Guys Do Racing, the number one PSVR2 podcast worldwide. I'm here with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Toad.
What up?
Hey. It's a party!
We were missing that last week because I was gone.
He was gone. He was moving, doing that fun stuff. Moving.
Oh, it was great. I love it. I would much rather move than do my podcast.
God, moving's so fun. I just love it.
Fucking.
You know, you should get your priorities straight, Jim. Fuck sakes.
Dude, I was like, man, my fucking arm hurts, like my forearm. Yeah, it's because somehow I bruised it, but I couldn't see the bruise because of the tattoos. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's this, like, green coming out from underneath one of my tattoos. I'm like, oh, I bruised myself. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Then hopping in and just spamming the shit out of Sean this week, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You hopped on.
Friday.
Todd.
It's always great, especially when you don't know who the fuck it is.
Oh,
you got the headset on, shit's just going. You're like, oh yeah.
It's just Todd's like spelling everything out one letter at a time.
Well, Jim, you're like, let's
spell it up.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
hit it,
dude. I was crying. It was so good.
Great times.
So good.
Great Friday night. That's for sure.
Oh, it was so fucking funny. Yeah, so now I'm set up in the new sim room.
Nice.
So I got my racing room. It's not complete yet. I've got to put up sound baffling and stuff like that because it's probably a little bit of echoey. Might be echoey today because of that. I can hear the echo in the room.
It's not too bad.
I can hear it through my headphones that it's echoing. Oh. So. Yeah, so I'll set up some sound baffles and tone it down a bit, and then it's like everything else is set up in here, ready to go, and now it's just sort of cleaning up boxes, making room so Hollis gets his Hollis can put his computer and his desk in here, so we'll make it well, it's still going to be the racing room no matter what.
Yeah.
Just put it that way.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sim
Jim part 2.
Yeah. Great podcast last week without me. I only listen when I'm not on. So it was very good. It's very good. Really weird. There was a Coach Mike's Corner last week too. That was great.
It was
fun. I heard not this week.
No, unfortunately. It was a one-offer for a bit.
One-off. Hopefully they pop up more and more, but yep.
Yeah, that was that is unfortunate because I don't understand why. I don't understand why they keep shutting it down. Like, why not let the people know so they can get excited about the next week?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't want to get bad mouths for 8 days straight instead of 7.
They want to see the shit before it hits.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I looked at the races. I listened to what the races were going to be, and I just was like...
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, race B wasn't too bad. It was, but it wasn't. It was funner than C.
Just 4 laps.
Yeah.
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 But yeah,
that's why Cyrus, he had a lobby 10 laps at midnight.
Oh,
doing that instead with tire wear and fuel wear.
Oh, nice.
So I did a couple races.
Why couldn't they give us that? Like, instead of doing do a daily C, like, you know what I mean, like a special a couple weeks in a row of all the nation races, Manu races.
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Because they're always generally good. Like that Tokyo one could have been good. Don't give us a 4 for it. Give us a daily C 20 lapper just like that with tires like
tires and fuel. Yeah, absolutely. They should have done that. That again. PD misses the mark. And honestly, I guess we could talk about the London Gran Turismo World Series event that happened yesterday, or excuse me, that happened on Saturday. Because of course today is Monday,
beautiful Monday
not
morning.
Sunday. We're not recording on Sunday. We record every Monday morning. So it's funny because I was getting fucking spammed by these assholes when I was, at my old apartment trying to clean, and every fucking 2 seconds, oh, you see that? Oh, and I'm like, oh god, would you fucking shut up? I'm trying to
move. Oh.
But I did make it back and did watch Manufacturers was the one that you guys were fucking jacking off about.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was
Manufacturers was fantastic. Fantastic. I felt very sorry for Porsche because he was doing so well. So well. I mean, I didn't think the Porsche was going to be that fast there. And then, I mean, the master just driving the tires off that BRZ.
Dude, Miyazono is insane. I thought for sure he was going to get swallowed up in that BRZ. I thought for sure. But starting on those softs, trying to stick behind the BMW, just waiting for his moment, and made it happen.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was great. Good job.
And I like, too, how he said, when they're asking him at the end, everyone knows your moves. How'd you figure when you're going to make your move and all that? Because he practices with Suzuki a lot. So, yeah, he's like, well, now I don't know what to do for Nations. Everyone knows my moves. I don't know what to do now.
I mean,
dude, that was going into that hairpin at the end of the tunnel near the pits. Those 2 times being able to squeeze it on the inside like he did.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
They didn't really touch. Was fucking crazy.
No, it's so good. So just amazing.
Because I thought on that last one he was going to take him out. I thought for sure he was going to nick him right in that back panel, and he was going to spin the BMW. But dude, fucking made it stick and fucking got it.
What's going on with the bumper cars for the rest of that race?
Right? Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ! Everybody from third back were just like they were. I don't know why there were so many warnings given out.
Yeah. We don't get warnings. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. We don't get a warning at all. And there were some of those dives where I know that they are, more professional drivers, which means they shouldn't be doing that. Which means they should be getting penalties for some of that shit. Mm-hmm. I understand. You missed your braking point. Okay, well, as a World Tour driver, you should have to pay the price for that.
Yeah. And who was the guy that got the 3s? God, was it Manu where the guy hit and it took forever for them to dish out the 3-second penalty? Or was that?
I think it was
the
Nations, the Grand Valley.
Nations,
that's
yes.
what it was. Yeah.
It was like they were like, what the fuck? And they had to go back in the replays to see it. It was like fucking 6 laps later. Like, it was like, what the fuck?
And only 3 seconds. It should have been like 4 or 5.
Yeah, the Nations qualifier was great in the Valkyrie. I thought that
was cool.
I thought that was awesome. Yeah, but there again, I sort of, I never feel sorry for Brazilians, but I sort of felt, was it Carrazza that got taken out going into the first chicane?
Hard.
Like, not his fault at all, and it took them forever to give a penalty to Dude. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, again, it was like bumper cars. But, I mean, still fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it was still fantastic, and as I was asking the boys as we were setting up, I'm like, why does Japan... Somebody explain. Kirith, come on the show and explain.
Yep. Come on.
Because...
I won't be on that episode.
You know that we don't... We know that you know that we aren't necessarily fans. I can respect the fact that you've had interviews with way more important people than us.
Yeah, he gets shit done. I will say that.
You do. I think you're a little pompous. I think you think a lot more of yourself than a lot of people do. But if you listen to our podcast,
he just plays the game.
He does.
Yes, that is true. We don't play the game.
No,
we don't play the game at all. So if you do listen, contact one of us because we would like to get your take because you might know why there were 2 Spanish drivers and 2 Japanese drivers in this Nations Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Because that doesn't seem fair if it's Nations Cup and there are
essentially teammates.
Yeah.
Nations being overrepresented. I'll put it that way. Because I know there are more people in the Asian Oceania that are very fast other than just those 2.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anybody from the United States represented.
No. And that's the crazy part. Between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico, we only get 1 person.
We only get 1 person.
It should be just in general world rankings by country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so.
if
Absolutely.
and you're the top driver of your country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
so that, for example, a Malaysian driver could do really well and rank better and get in there, but maybe not be the best in his area, kind of thing, because it's flooded with like Japanese and New Zealand and Australia, and that drivers. There's only a few of them, but when it comes to world rankings, their country did well enough that he was in the top 18 of countries. You know what I mean, or 16 or whatever. You know what I mean, that he got an invite to. That would show. Open up the door to more people being like, hey, I have a shot. I don't have to be necessarily the best. I just have to get my country to up this ranking enough, right?
I think PD really needs to work on this. And I actually liked having the 3 drivers representing their nation.
That was better too.
I thought that was way better because then you have better strategy going on, because you're like, which driver are we going to choose for which conditions? And I just thought I thought Nations was better when they had 3 drivers.
I think they should have 3 drivers for all of them, honestly.
All of them, yeah, except for
the
final.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's make it more of let's say team in a way that way, because it's manufacturers. That's a team. You're picking a team.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Kind of thing. And the nations is, you want to be, it's not individual, it's a nation. So give us your top representatives from each nation and have them battle it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More of a team strategy. What can your nation do together as a group to beat these guys? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Not just this one lucky fast driver. Or these 2 lucky fast drivers from, said countries again and again and again. And it would also open up more opportunity for different people, which would bring more enthusiasm to the game and to the races as well. Because it's not just these couple people that are always there. And as they said this at London, it's going to be the same people the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Robbie wasn't even there. Any of those guys.
Nope.
Dean's usually there.
No. Dino wasn't there. Robbie wasn't there.
There's no other qualifications. No different group. It's going to be these people. The whole for every live event. Like, come on. Like, where's the?
There's no representation.
No. It's just
cost cutting too.
You're not giving a chance.
Well, why does North America? Care? Well, why does North America get 1 person? South America had 2, because there was Inestrosa and Carrazza.
Oceania had
Oceania had 2 Japanese drivers. Mm-hmm. Europe, I understand. Europe Europe had how many different drivers representing it? Plus Spain got 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it drives me crazy. Maybe it has to do with number of people playing. The density of the region, I don't know.
I'm curious.
It should be the player points that rank the country, right? And it should be the only thing that, like for Spain, it should be the highest guy ranks the country, basically.
Right.
And that's it. The other guy who's right behind him, or the other 5 guys from that, say Spain, that are right behind him, don't count for shit unless they can beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So now you're competing against each other as a nation to become the nation's qualifier if you're going to put one person in. And you only get 1 point level for your country. Whoever the highest is, that's what the highest number representing your country is.
Well, and I think technically if there are 16 spots, you take the top 16 driver country combination. So, maybe United States doesn't qualify because our driver didn't have a high enough point percentage compared to the rest of the world.
Exactly.
That's okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
In my opinion. That's fair.
Don't make it regionally numbers. Don't make it like it's just every country qualifies in the world rankings. Push your country to the top of the rankings, and you get in.
Yeah, exactly.
No multiple countries. There's one spot for one country, 16 spots kind of thing. No duplicates, top 16 or top 20, because you can do 20.
Yeah.
You can do 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, like it is possible. They can do it. So top 20 countries in the world now represent, then you get more like Greece, because there's a couple of fast guys in Greece, for example.
You have Greece, like you said, Malaysia. Mm-hmm. Some of the smaller countries could be represented. Somebody from the
Fuck, you could get a Mexican
Middle Eastern
in there.
countries.
Yeah.
You could get a Mexican
a Saudi Arabian in there. You could get a Egyptian. You could get a I mean.
And Kirith, guess what? If we hear this on one of your YouTubes, we know you're going to be listening, and I will call you out for talking about the stuff that we talk about.
Yeah, don't fucking rip us off.
I will be paying attention, I will let everybody know that you're ripping us off.
Yep. PSVR podcast worldwide, number 1.
Yep. That is correct. That is correct. Oh, speaking of completely sort of off subject, Dirty Drifter, Cody sent pictures of him using his PSVR 2 on his PC playing F1 2025. It does look really good. I watched Steve Brown. I watched Super GT.
He's got 1 million subscribers, by the way.
Congratulations, Steve. Yeah. He made a very good point. When does it ever rain in Saudi Arabia?
Right.
They had rain qualifying in Saudi Arabia. He's like, oh, this seems realistic. Oh, yeah, somebody being able to go through me and pass me in a corner. That seems realistic. F1 2025 looks like it has some serious issues. He also said that there's no feel for the cars. The cars still feel light. He said it's not the best effort for sure.
Yeah, I think a rumor too is EA is going to be losing F1.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, I thought, did they lose WRC?
I think they lost WRC. Yeah. Yes. I think they lost WRC. I think they're going to be losing Formula One.
Well, it sucks because they got Codemasters, and Codemasters is the originator of F1. And they did a great job when they had it, and then they took over, and it's just been, it's always been somewhat shit, but it was better with Codemasters than it is with EA.
Yeah, I think the last one I played was Codemaster, and they switched to EA, and I decided not to. And just, the problem is the giant company buys the smaller company, and then they get rid of all the people that develop that game and know the most about it. Yep. It's just the classic.
And then the game
it's just
sucks.
Classic. And then the game sucks, It's typical what happens when big companies buy small companies.
Yep.
You buy it, you get rid of all the good people that know what they're doing because you want to put your people in there, and then you make the business suck assholes.
Well, it's watered down. It's not people with a lot of passion. It's just a job of them.
Yeah,
creating F1 where company before was more driven and, love for the sport and the game and shit, and passion to build a good game.
I know that Rockstar drives us crazy because they take forever to get games out.
Mm-hmm.
But when they put out that game, your mouth
There's
always drops open.
Yep.
Your mouth always drops open, and you're just like, holy shitballs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
they put out a good product.
Yeah, every so often I still see that people are finding new things in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
The game is, 7 or 8 years old now? It's still...
2018, I think?
It still
late 2017.
It still looks fucking amazing.
And I think they're going to remaster
beautiful.
it, too, for PS5.
Man, why do you need to remake? It already looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
It looks fantastic.
PS4?
There's so much. Awesome. Yeah, there's so much in it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the time and deep. They went to some dude and they're like, "Hey, I tell you what, I want you to do this special project that nobody will most likely find, but I want you to do this anyway. Make it interesting." He goes and does it, and it takes 8 years for somebody to find it.
Right.
Or 7 years for somebody to find it. I mean, it's just incredible.
There's probably still more stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh,
that people won't ever find.
Mm-hmm.
The world is so big. It's crazy.
Vast,
so
yeah.
I'm hoping the newest
like
GTA is going to be that way too. I mean, it drives me crazy because they put it back and they put it back and they put it back. But at the same time, when it comes out, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. A lot of those games coming out aren't finished, and they have so many patches. They run like shit, and it's just
Rockstar makes a game that it's not perfect by any means. There's always a little bug here or there, but they make it so that, in compared to almost everything else coming out, that is full of, like you guys say, like patches, bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sorry, we'll fix that. Like, what was that, Cyberpunk? That was a freaking.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean? Like, they rushed that, and that could have been great. But now nobody cares about it anymore.
Exactly.
Because it was an absolute dog shit show. So Rockstar comes out with, instead, it takes their time. Sorry, we're going to be a little longer anticipated. It comes out with a polished game that, jaw-dropping almost every time over the years. Like, it's just like, holy shit, every time they put out a game, because they'll make sure that it's worthwhile. You know what I mean? Because your name's on, look how many studios have gone downhill because of slightly rushed game, or very rushed game,
and don't finish, and it's shit.
Will it only be compatible with PS5 and PS5 Pro, or are they going to make it for the PS4 as well?
No, I think.
I hope they only do. Yeah, I hope they only do PS4, PS5, or PS5, PS5
I don't think
Pro.
they're going to be doing. Yeah. Supposedly, they're not supposed to be making too many more games.
They shouldn't be making.
Okay.
Yeah, they
really
good. Shouldn't.
So I think that game then, with the capability of those two machines, the world or city of whatever they choose to call it, and that game will be huge.
Oh yeah,
Miami.
It's pretty much. It is pretty Vice City, but it's pretty much Miami. Yeah.
No, it is Miami. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we had how many? Did you guys do any homework? I thought I sent you home with homework.
Oh, hold on, real quick before we get to that. Everybody, if you missed it in Nations Cup at the live event, the hero in the crowd holding the sign for PD to fix the penalty system and bring us some new GT3 race cars.
Oh,
and then
so
a little chuckle by
funny.
Jimmy.
Jimmy standing right there. I think they might have planned that. Like,
I think so too, because his little chuckle
right
at
here,
the end of that.
Get him in the shot.
Oh god,
yeah.
And
so
good call making a short on that, Sean.
That guy's a legend.
I'm sure.
That was great.
Yeah. A lot of people were there. Indian Stig was there.
Oh yeah. Steve, Kirith.
Steve was there.
Rory,
Rory was there. Yep.
Kirith was there. I don't know if Steve. I think Steve was there too.
Yeah, Steve was.
No, Steve was there. I saw pictures from him. I saw pictures from Rory. So there were some big dudes there. Some big streamers there.
Yeah, Sammy Snake or whatever. He's
was there another K?
Was it who?
Was there another K there?
No.
Oh, probably not. You probably didn't get enough donations to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Well, he's got 7 days a week.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that, mate.
Dude, it was
I
weird looking
I
at
have
the
to
crowd,
work,
though.
mate.
Looking out at the crowd,
So-
it's
And
a bunch of dudes
I
our
think
age.
tickets for LA went on sale last night.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Watching
I
it
believe
made
so.
me pumped to go. I want to go even more.
Or did you getting your tickets? Are you actually going to go? I mean, you could basically fly down for free.
I know. I think I have enough miles, too. I'll have to look into
You should
that.
do
It's
it.
probably
You got to
gonna be a hard
represent it. We
ticket.
got to get you. We got to get you a shirt. If you go down, we've got to get
we'll
you
see,
DGDR
too, 'cause it's,
podcast shirts.
downtown LA. And right now, they're having a little bit of issues down there. So hopefully by then it'll get figured out. It should, but
November,
we'll
yeah.
see. It's,
I know all
that place
the
is gonna be
white
burning
people
to the fucking
protesting.
ground.
All the white people protesting for the brown people.
The white people protesting and everyone else looting. You guys go
Yep.
protest. You keep them distracted. We're going to go over here, break into here, and take all the shit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, white
That's
people.
pretty awesome.
You're great at that. Diversion.
So I thought I gave everybody a homework assignment a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember what it was?
Dude, I don't even remember yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I do.
Yeah, going over the top.
Ranking
There we
Gran
go.
Turismos.
Ranking Gran Turismo. So I did my homework. Took
I
me
tried.
about fucking 10 minutes to do it. 10 minutes to do it. So
Yeah, I
you
did
tried.
the
You
other
tried.
week. I haven't.
Okay. Do you have a final list?
Well,
I
I didn't know if we were
do.
going to do it this week, but like obviously for me, I mean, number one got me into GT. If it wasn't for that, again, the reason I have a PlayStation is because of this series. So ideally for me, it's got to be number one because again, that's a game that did it for me and got me fucking hooked to this brand. Number two is GT7 because of PSVR 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is just a game changer.
It is.
And then for me, it's, GT4 or 5, but then it's like, well, sports got to be right back in there because that's what got me to online racing during COVID and shit. So, I was kind of, just like, Jesus, where does stuff fall? So, one is number one. GT7 right now is number two. And then it's probably between, GT4 and Sport there. And then everything else just kind of blurs right in. But for me, those are probably my at least top 3 or 4. And then everything else is just filler and stuff like that. Because there's the one we had 1,000 fucking cars, but you had like 200 fucking Miatas and 300 GTRs.
I think that was like Prologue, like the Prologue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like 5 and 6
Yeah,
are just shit.
Yeah, so this is my list. GT4, my top one.
It's a good one.
GT4, I spent more time on GT4 than any other games until the 2 most modern ones. And the reason it's got 3 of my favorite ever GT cars. The Peugeot 905. I spent so many hours in the Peugeot 905 trying to get the suspension and the car working perfectly. And by the time I got done, it was. So, and then the Tom's Supra.
Oh, yeah.
That car it was just fantastic.
It's so iconic.
Yeah, and then the GT1, what was it, TS020 or 2020 Toyota, the Bone Crusher. That was an iconic car in that game also. So I went GT4 first.
Okay.
11 million copies of that sold, 750 cars available.
Yeah, there were a lot. So 4's...
Yep. Yeah. And remember, it was the first one to introduce a little bit of online stuff. because you had Nismo Academy, Nissan Academy.
Yep.
That was genesis of online. GT7 comes in number 2 for me. 14.4 million copies sold, and it's just PSVR 2. It's the quality of cars is up there. It's really good.
It is.
With all the road cars and street cars, it's incredible.
It's incredible. And think about, as much as we bitch about it, it's still the only racing game that you can get into, hop into a GT3 car, and go race within an hour or two.
Oh yeah,
it really is. As much as ACC and iRacing, those are fantastic games. To get to online mode with, especially ACC, you have to go through hours of racing.
Days.
Yeah. Number 3, GT Sport. GT Sport got me back into it. 12.7 million copies of it sold, and the 911 RSR. Like, my favorite car, sadly, it's very difficult to drive right now. You can drive it fast when you get a hold of it. I just can't drive it fast right now. Number 4 on my list, GT1.
Okay.
Original one, it's, that is Genesis. 140 cars. My favorite car is you could completely
Would they have like 11
out.
Tracks, though, I think?
Yeah, it was like 11 tracks. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of tracks, but...
No.
But you could race the Honda Del Sol. This Del Sol, you could wide body it. Dude, it was such a fun car to drive. That was my car in that.
I used to work for for Barrington Motorworks, and we had a Honda dealership. We were like Porsche Mercedes, and I had a Del Sol SI. I got on 90. It was doing a dealer trade. It was a black one, and I got in the left lane, and I got that fucking thing up to 125. It took me probably like 10 fucking minutes. I got that fucking Del Sol SI fucking left lane. I'm 19, 20 years old, whatever, and just fucking balls out.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. GT2.
Sorry.
GT2 comes in at number 5. 9.3 million copies sold. My favorite car was the Viper GTSR.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite cars in GT2. I can't believe, so between GT1 and GT2, they went from 140 cars to 650 cars.
Yeah, that number, it did jump.
But that number really isn't a true number because, like Todd was saying, a lot of them were duplicate cars. So it'd be like, oh, you've got the MX-5, then you have the MX-5 this, or the MX-5 this, or the MX-5 this, or it was basically the same car with a couple of different upgrades to it, and they just spammed the shit out of the cars. GT3 A-Spec. 180 cars, and it wasn't awesome. That wasn't awesome. I remember getting it, was super excited, and then super disappointed. And then GT5 and GT6, I didn't even play them. So I was out of it. After GT4, I was out of it until I got Sport. Just because I had other things going on.
I got them all. Again, this is the one game that I have played since its inception. In Madden, I played all the time until like 2012, I think was the last Madden, and there was runs of Tom Clancy games or whatever, but it's always been Gran Turismo. And again, the reason I kept buying PlayStation was because of this game. I thought it was the ultimate driving game and shit like that.
With Sport.
Yeah. So again, for me, that's kind of my order as far as the top 4, and then everything else just kind of blends in. And I've never really, for all the series, I never had a favorite car. or anything like that in any of the series. There was just so many. I'm a car guy. I like pretty much, all the cars for the most part. There may be a couple I really don't drive or like, but yeah, to me, it's just it is a great series, especially when you think about GT7, what it offers when you do step back. It does offer a lot, and shit. And yeah, we're just being greedy, but. There's some old tracks I wish they would definitely bring back.
Oh yeah, they got to be bringing them. They got to be bringing them.
So hopefully, GT Sport 2's on the horizon or GT8.
GT8 2028.
Man, it's another 3 years.
I would like it.
Bullshit. Man, that's depressing.
I bet 2029 will get delayed. GT always gets delayed.
Well, because GT8 will be PlayStation 6 specific.
Yep, I think so too.
So, which I don't have a problem with. That's what they needed to do with the last one, honestly.
Yep.
Well, obviously they made that huge announcement with that Chinese company, so they're trying to dip into the Chinese market.
That. Yeah,
yes. Well, we all bow down to the Chinese. We got to bow down to the Chinese. The Chinese.
Well, there's 1.5 billion of them. So again, when you break it down in numbers, if you could get 1% of that gaming community in China, you're gonna make millions upon millions. So from that standpoint, as long as there is a lot of money generated from them, and it goes back into the game and helps us get more tracks and more. I'm all for it. Yeah.
Get us more Grand Vision Gran Turismo cars. Lame.
Yeah, I know. So we're getting a 1,500 horsepower EV, and then they're doing a Vision GT car.
China.
Yeah,
I just really don't.
Maybe we get Shanghai. Maybe we get their trackers.
That would be. You know what? That would be fucking fantastic. That would be fantastic.
You're going to get Shanghai in this EV car. Cool.
Most likely not.
I know.
I'd be down.
It would be cool if.
I hope that PD doesn't get Shanghai, but it sounds like they already have.
Yeah.
Mike,
what?
You gonna do your list?
A list of what?
Your butt.
Holy shit!
I wasn't paying attention. What are you talking about?
Mike's in outer space.
No, for me though, it'd be funny enough. It'd be GT3 would be my top because that's what really kind of bought. Even though it wasn't great, it's what actually sealed me in. I'd played 1 and 2 a bit, but not really been, And then I had that game 3, and it was just like I played it all the time.
Did you ever do the B-Spec disc?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love B-Spec.
B-Spec is where was the shit as well for me. Like I loved it. I used to do that shit all the time, just get ripped and fucking.
I'd sit back, get high, and just fucking B-Spec.
Yeah, but it made me appreciate the game because it was at the time graphically wasn't bad at all. Like it was like holy shit! Like look at this, right?
Oh yeah, it was game breaking then.
And then every series was. Number 2 would be the GT7 VR.
Yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't the one, honestly, it's just ranked 1 is basically the one that really seals the deal for all of us. Everybody had possibly different ones, so I think the top one should be the one. Then 3 would be Sport. Because that's where I really got into all the online racing, met all you guys, so that's a big one. Probably 4 or 5-ish, kind of rotating back and forth is like the next ones, and then everything else is just ranked at the bottom for me. So I appreciate them all. Like they're not.
Right.
None of them are really.
I'm going to have to move
like,
GT7
bad.
to the bottom of the list now because I had to meet all of you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, just
That's
put it for my list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You know, they're all great games. They all have something, some piece of nostalgia. You know, like it's just, yeah. You know, a lot of them are just kind of blurry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. A lot of them are.
Cars and tracks and moments, not the actual games. So.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I mean. Mine's built off of moments.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
Right.
thing. Not actual, say, game itself, but because there's so many bad things for every game.
Oh yeah, exactly. They all
So
have their
it's just
shit,
like,
and they're good moments, bad moments. They're all in there.
What about you?
So my number one is GT7.
What? That's fucking
Okay.
bullshit,
Yep.
dude.
No,
What the
okay.
fuck?
Well, just because
Okay.
Get your head up your
from
ass.
playing the very first one to where it's at now, this is what I've dreamed for it
God.
to always be.
Yeah.
Is to be in VR, feel like you're in the car. It's what I've always wanted, and they got it done. So it's my number one. It is my fucking number one. GT.
Yeah, if you would have told me in 1998 or 7 when the game came out, like, yeah, in 25 years, dude, you'll be able to wear this small little device over your head, and it puts you in the vehicle. And it's not that expensive. It's not thousands and thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
I'd be like, wait, what are you talking
about? Smoking crack?
No,
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Not happening.
But-
Then we'll have flying cars and hoverboards and
But 25
whatever. We'll be living on the
you're
moon.
Got it.
Any
they
car
brought it.
they have in that game, that the graphics are, you were fucking in that fucking
It's
vehicle.
dialed.
I'm still
That
blown
shit is-
away.
I love
like,
it. I can't get enough of it.
I mean, it's like, what I have a stable. What car do I want to fucking drive at the ring today or whatever? Or fucking do a track day and fucking Nisha and fucking, you know.
And that's what's
do
great
that
about those
shit.
weekly challenges, because it puts you in different cars that you wouldn't
Yeah, that too.
necessarily think of. So,
Free money,
like that,
free credits,
that truck race,
and
the F-150s.
seat time.
Kind of fun.
yeah.
And you get to do stuff like you get a car and you're like, okay, this is the car I'm going to choose. And you get in there like Sean and you're like, holy shit, these cars are so much faster than me.
Right?
Oh my god, she's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Where are they?
Dude, they
what the
fucking
fuck?
blew right by me.
Blew right past him.
Dude,
but
I
it
was
was
in
so
a
funny
stock
because he's
Sylvia,
like,
and
what
I
the
just got
fuck?
fucking smoked.
He's like, but it says 550 pp suggested. I'm like, that is a lie.
Right? Oh, big time. Because shit, Jesus Christ, those fuckers had nitrous or something. So yeah, number one, GT7. My
can see it.
number two is Gran Turismo 4. GT4.
Yeah, okay.
Last one on the PS2. Graphics were amazing. It was just an all around great game, and I really enjoyed
It was.
that
It
one.
had,
Played
over
the shit out of
700
that
cars,
one.
51 tracks.
That one I played the shit out of. And then from GT4, I'll go GT1 for the nostalgia. That's what got me into it. So number 3 would be GT1, just because I was sucked in. And then from there, I would put GT Sport because of the onlines and racing with everyone and meeting people and doing that. So, and then from there, then I would go GT2 for that. And then GT3. And then for the PS3 era, you had Prologue, GT5, and GT6. I'm going to go GT6, 5, Prologue for the very last shit one, because that one was totally Prologue HD bullshit. For the PS3 era was just, it sucked balls. There was nothing.
Well, let me,
It's fucking spit it out, Jim.
I have to agree. Yeah, there was. Well, I just didn't have time and couldn't afford to waste my time on 5, 6, and Prologue.
Yeah,
I just couldn't.
It was crazy how.
So I just didn't.
Yeah. I like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of those, I kind of just dabbled here and there. I didn't really give them the attention that maybe they deserved or not as well. Like it's just they weren't.
If they had
played them all.
No, if they had
we all played them all, but it was just like
if
nobody
they had been rated good.
Yeah.
But that I didn't see anything about them that sparked my interest in them.
Yeah.
At the time, I was playing shit tons of Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was playing shit tons of Call of Duty when I was playing GT4 also.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Is like that's the thing. Is like maybe you look at it as that saying it's like rank them as like what you played. The most in hours, and like a lot of those, like are way at the bottom for hours played compared to where you started. Nowadays, especially like the last sport and GT7.
Yeah, now with Nate.
I mean?
Well, and if I put in hours played, then GT4 would be the top one.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
what I mean. Like they're like
I literally put it.
It's not your top pick, but it's your top one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, that's the other thing. Like, our lists would be completely, different if we looked at it that way as well. And that's not necessarily, like, because of obviously look at our rankings compared, it's not necessarily meaning the game's any good. It just means it's the game at the time and what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I think that's how you have to look at it, too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I played a shit ton of 1 and 2.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I played a ton of it and was excited for 3 to come out.
Yeah.
I was disappointed by 3.
With delayed.
And then excited.
Delayed.
Yeah.
Delayed.
Yeah, and then excited for 4 to come out, and 4 definitely hit the mark for me.
Yeah.
4 was great, and then 4 had all of the things that I wanted, and I was able to spend lots and lots of time playing them.
Yeah,
it's great.
Back when everything was a little less complex for wheels and
Oh well, back
I've
then
always been a controller player until 4 years ago.
Yeah, I got the
4.
most advanced Logitech wheel, so I could play 4.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what I was going to say. It wasn't 4 where they really introduced that actual wheel
support. Force feedback was introduced with 4. Yep. And I played the shit out of it.
The Logitech, the
Now
G27
that would have been one of those points
the G27.
That would have been a point that it would have been game breaking.
Oh yeah, and it was.
I mean? Like, wow, what the fuck? Like, and like the Logitech, like, how old school is that,
dude? And it was game breaking at that point, dude. That was
force feedback.
Licensed,
I mean,
Gran
like
Turismo licensed Logitech wheel.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff it was all like rubber band, bungee cord kind of string.
Because I had the prior model to that.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh my gosh, you actually get wheel feel.
Yeah,
and then you go to the G27 and you could feel the wheel go. Yeah, you could feel the wheel go light.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the wheel would go light, and you're like, oh, my gosh, this is the most amazing thing ever.
And for me, each series seemed to bring that out, like, oh, shit, the game is getting better and better.
Yeah.
And they did have some fucking kind of duds in there, but...
let me ask
overall,
you. I got a couple
really
of couple of questions again,
game.
off topic. Anybody watch the IMSA Detroit race?
No, no.
Not.
If you haven't, you need to watch it.
Okay.
It is crazy good. Like, it is so good. Mid Ohio. Yeah, Mid Ohio. They're racing. And then next weekend we have Formula One.
Ooh, yep. And
24-hour
the big one.
Lemons.
The big one.
Lemon.
Yeah, Le Mans next
one. Okay, let's set the bets right now. Do you think that PD is going to do anything about that?
No.
Fuck no.
Nope, they're not going to. I mean, it would be great if they came out tomorrow.
Le Mans.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, but they're not going to do anything.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, that's how do you know? Like, because I'm just thinking, like, they've done that before, where they've done a time trial and.
Ooh, I would love it if Monday they come out with Le Mans for race C. That would be great.
Technically, they did it. They just did it. They did the time trial for Tokyo and came out with the race.
Yeah, they did.
So,
that is right.
You know what I mean? So
it'd be way cooler.
And
it'd
honestly,
be way cooler if they came out tomorrow and they're like, "New update, you're getting Montreal."
Oh, that would be dope. I'd be down.
Cirque du Gilles Villeneuve.
Well,
that would be great.
They usually announce it a couple days before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we should probably get it around the 27th, or I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me.
It'll be the end of the month.
It's usually towards the end of the month.
And
I'm just picking a date.
We're gonna get nothing.
They would have teasered it. They would have teasered it this weekend.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, they would have said something about
they did
new
the Chinese
tracks coming.
Thing, so it may be that car and.
But remember when they announced the Lamborghini Gran Turismo Vision car, and it took 3 fucking years for us to get the fucking thing. Dude, they unveiled that car at a Red Bull at the Red Bull Ring at one of the live events. And it was before COVID, and then we got the car after fucking COVID.
Well, see, I think with this, they're trying to capitalize on that Chinese market. Again, Kaz, a week or two ago, put out that tweet, I'm going to drive a 1,500 horsepower car and shit. And so...
I mean, it would be cool if they came out with the Shanghai circuit, because that's a really cool circuit.
It is.
That's a really, really cool
super
circuit.
formula on it.
There's something like that could happen in a way, because I could see the Chinese government wanting to promote themselves into things and put money into things too, to kind of get out there.
But then they're going to give you
here,
data.
We'll give you the data, which is not a big deal.
So
yeah, and then we also will lower the rights
that they're bringing on as a representation of the CCP.
Taking our data and giving it to them.
Yeah. Probably.
Exactly. There'll be some kind of fucking trade-off.
Quick little fun fact. Sorry, real quick. Gran Turismo's been doing their online little competition. 2 different renditions of it. Now with the live events and doing nations and manufacturers. And before that, doing the academy with the boot camp. You get a contract with the racers. 2008 is when they started that. 2008.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I think it was on
17 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't it on Spike TV?
It was. I remember watching.
Damn.
It. Yeah.
Spike TV.
On Spike TV for the Americans. It was on Spike. But yeah, dude, that's a fucking long time, and I remember that now. Is that first one was on GT5, first online just. TT. That's all you had to do was TTs, and then you went to Vegas, and if you did well in Vegas, then you went on to the academy.
I was traveling a lot for work. I was traveling 200.
I remember doing those
the year
because I had won a PS3.
See, I never did. I never did. I wish I would have. Now,
if
back
PD knew
that's wild.
What was good for them, I think they should go back to that kind.
Not
necessarily that style, but that kind of regional representation for competing to get, because then it would bring more people and more chance. You've got that dream, the hope is still there. More people would be more enthusiastic to make the attempt, and even more cleaner racing and stuff like that, because they won't allow you to be there unless you're a clean driver, kind of thing, right? So there's only 1 in a million chance, because it's only one spot.
What they should do
now. No, Jesus Christ, there's fucking 100 spots and then I could, if I fucking throw it together and I do good, I might get into that top. You know what I mean? At the
they should do it in the Toyota GR86.
Dude,
that car.
I think that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Kirith, we know you're still listening. If you suggest this, I'm going to call you out.
Right?
Or the Miata. Some kind of easy one-make races, things like that, driver on driver.
Right.
Hey, you can go with your others, like
like
they did. They did the Nissan GTRs years ago.
Mm-hmm.
With the Academy, that was their big sponsor back then.
I remember those. I remember those brakes glazing.
Nissan's hurting right now, so Nissan,
use your sponsor.
Yeah,
that's what your sponsor's for.
Great.
GR86 is sold worldwide.
Yep,
it's an easy car.
And they
it's
have
not super
and they
expensive.
have that league worldwide.
You get sponsors.
So
they do.
Yeah.
So you make it basically off of that, and you get a driver from each country the chance to fucking compete in that series or something.
And when you think about
that's the goal.
GT started the sim racer to real life racing back in 2008.
So they should bring it back.
Now look, all these motherfuckers, you got a channel and you're really good at racing. You're Jimmy Brabant. You're good, amazing sim racer. You get that chance to really race, and he killed it. It's just it's amazing.
Open a dream, put it, make it back to the three-man teams. All right. Open the dream up for more players that make them feel like they're going to have a chance and want to compete, right? So do the regionals, do three-man teams, top three represent at the finals, and kind of stuff like that as a team. Make it so you're obviously individual to qualify for your region, but once you get there, now you're a team. You got to work together, and then the money is there. It's expensive to do these events. But the money you'll get from sponsorship that's just floating around out there, you know what I mean? Like fucking Red
they already
Bull,
have Brembo, they already have BBS, they already have top sponsors.
Yeah, they got car stuff for sure. But then on top of that, you got things like Monster Energy and Red Bull drink, things like that. That just have millions of dollars to throw around for advertising. Mm-hmm. You'll get other kind of sponsorship deals as well out of it. You know what I mean? They'll help cover costs for you. They'll pay for everybody's airfares and everything. It won't cost you anything in the end if you just did it. And that's what I mean. There's a lot of interesting in this kind of racing and sim and VR, especially like Todd said in the streams a couple times there. VR, the finals should be in VR,
dude. Or they should have their own. Or they should have their own separate category.
Or have the VR category, the VR division.
Exactly.
So, and the sponsorship you could push in that.
Mm-hmm. Dude, huge.
Because that's more of the sim racer to real life driver. You want to push that agenda again, you can make a sim racer a real race car driver, like a Jimmy Broadbent, even like Super GT and Jan and all that stuff. Let's push it in VR.
Yeah.
These people are driving and looking around and knowing how to do that.
A couple of years ago, 3 years ago, but do it for VR.
Yeah.
The VR Olympics.
Dude, they should
have 4 events or 6 events. And, may the fastest person.
The thing is, the money is there and the development is there, because if you start developing races like that, right, it's going to push the VR community, but it's also going to push the VR technology.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have any, if you don't have any excitement in VR, because there's nothing to do, nothing good, it's all crap, it's all motion sickness, it was that, and you push like this, the people see, oh fuck, I can race, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Open up, when you do the events, have a couple of rigs ready to go for people to try out. Mm-hmm. Let them sit and be amazed in the thing and be like, oh my god, I'm ordering this and getting this as soon as I get back home tonight. This is insane.
Because that would happen. Would happen.
It would. Yep. It would. I don't know if it's right for me. Jesus, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm getting this. And that's just almost everybody's feeling when they get into the VR and into a car. Even if you just take people into the VR showroom in GT.
Oh.
It's that's enough to be like, oh my god, I'm getting this.
Oh yeah.
So. Great. They have such opportunities
to
make money and to promote the game to new levels unheard of if they just did it.
Yep.
And it's well, the cost is just do it,
dude. It's not even that much. The fucking it's not
$350 now, or
it pays for itself.
Yeah, it's not even because the Quest and all that other shit's way more expensive and. For the price that you're paying for this headset, dude, hands down, you can't fucking beat it. It is so
flat
good.
screen racing, fun.
Right?
Again, that's all I knew for 25 fucking years. But as soon as you put that VR headset on, it is
like that comment
next
said,
level.
like, being able to see through the corners.
Yeah.
It just, that itself, not the experience and the vision, like what you see and the clarity of it and whatnot, and the feeling you get is great. But when you're racing and you get to see through corners instead of just like waiting for a flat screen to turn,
dude, it's hands down.
Yeah.
It's where it's at,
you're in the car. God damn it! I mean, there's just no other way to. You are literally in the fucking car.
Like that weekly you were saying. We were talking about the weeklies and the trucks at Daytona. Once I got up to speed in that Raptor, I got my hand, like, 'cause I got a round rim now too, right?
Yeah.
So I got my fucking arm on the top center of the steering wheel, like leaning back in my seat, looking out the window, like I'm cruising down the highway for like 5 laps. It was the greatest thing in the world. Looking at because I just felt like I was cruising a pickup truck down the highway, foot to the floor. And we've all done that shit before, like open highway, just fucking put the foot down, just cruise.
See, that would be like a fun 20-lap race.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Raptors and shit.
Oh yeah.
Full damage and have some tire wear.
Heavy damage, heavy fuel, and that. So you have to stop at the gas station all the time. You just make it like it's like you're cruising. Like you could do all kinds, like Nürburgring in a pickup truck.
Yep.
Like, I never thought about that. That'd be like to just cruise out country roads, in an old pickup, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And that one race, that Tokyo race, where Sean, you thought there was like traffic and shit. It was just a slower.
Yeah, it was.
It would be cool if they would on some of those add some just extra cars.
Yeah,
that are just driving and shit. You got to dodge
for a second. It fucked with me because I was like, I thought this was a one-make Sylvia race, and all of a sudden I'm seeing Priuses. These fucking vans.
Van.
Like, what the fuck?
They put the back of the pack.
I believe what you meant to say was getting passed by Priuses.
Well, there's people that do that. What you do, you in a custom lobby, you can set, like when you have doing like road cars and that, you can set the cars that are in the lobby.
Yeah.
How
and you can make like, so you have like 4 slow minivans, a couple Prius, a couple this, maybe a fast car or 2, and then just put it out on like an endurance timer, and then just go. And within like 10-15 minutes, it's like wall-to-wall traffic. Like everything spreads out, so there's cars just everywhere. So it's like you're driving on the highway. And you do the Tokyo, the shorter loop one, you know what I mean? That it's like the more round one. And then the cars spread out on that, and you're literally driving down the highway. Guys will do that and do like drifting around the cars and stuff because they're just spread out real nicely. There's different
I felt like those guys on YouTube
like
doing the cutting and the whatever the fuck they call it on the freeways.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. Just weaving in and out of traffic. It was wild.
Driving like an a-hole.
Yeah. Because you can have 20 and that's the thing. It's like in those custom races, you can have 20.
Yep.
Which is great.
That's the fun part.
So you can really add a lot of cars and traffic to the scene.
Yeah.
And that's like what I was saying about that endurance race. Like I was doing on Nürburgring 5 laps against Sophie AI, and then put it to like 3 and 3 for tire and fuel. And then give them like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on how well you do. You just keep upping it by 30 seconds or so, and see how much it takes to come back. And at the end of them, I'm like 4 or 5 seconds ahead.
Wow.
Like it's not like, and you got to pit, so it's like a little bit of fuel and tire strategy involved with it. Pushing hard, not making. If you fuck up and you crash, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You get one, okay, that's my gimme. Keep going, go. I got enough time still, but you have to be on your best laps so it's a kind of a challenge.
To make it happen.
Other tracks, you can do it. You just have to change your time interval because Nürburgring's just so long, a minute. Like, I don't even see the brake lights of the AI until like the dot in her straight, and I can see them way off in the distance. because I do it at nighttime,
okay.
which makes it even more challenging. Because you can't see shit.
That does make it fun.
It does.
I have figured something out. One last thing. Sean and I are going to Los Angeles.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah?
Are we? How much? How much is it?
End it.
On that bombshell.
End it.
End it.
On that bombshell. I knew what you were saying. He doesn't want to let the secret out.
Right? Let it out. All right. On that bombshell, we
clear?
out of here.
Are we clear? Get the hell out of here. Let's go.
And also, thanks for all the comments lately. Everyone dropping comments and leaving
Appreciate
comments.
that. Thanks for the shout-outs.
It's amazing. It's great. We enjoy that.
The participation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
We like it. Thank you very much, everybody.
And check out
see you next Monday. Go ahead.
The Bigfoot vlogs on Twitter. They're fucking hilarious.
Yes, they are.
Vlogs.
Bigfoot vlogs are so fucking funny.
Wow.
And Kirith, I'll be paying attention this next week. If you want to come on the show,
Please.
You can get a hold of us, and you'll be allowed to come on the show.
Have a blast.
Yeah.
I bet we'd have a blast.
I guarantee we would have a blast.
Oh,
We
yeah.
may not be your biggest fan, but we would still have a blast.
We would.
So come on the show. All right?
On the show. All right, guys. We out. Peace.